So, the G200. The first Harmonicdyne did not have a cool name. Harmonicdyne Helios, Harmonicdyne Zeus, Harmonicdyne Poseidon, G200, which is not an impressive name. It kind of sounds like a G Fuel level. This video not sponsored by G Fuel. So, Linsol was like, hey, we have a new planar magnetic 102mm Harmonicdyne headphone. I'm like, wait, Harmonicdyne has not done planar. They've only done dynamics, and they're amazing. Every single Harmonicdyne has been amazing. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. That's all I ask, is that you don't fuck it up. And I'm pretty happy to announce they haven't fucked it up. I'm also happy to announce I'll be attending Chicago Can Jam thanks to Tacony. So look for me there. They're $700. So that's you're either staying with me for the next 20 minutes or so, or you're leaving, because they are the most expensive Harmonicdyne by like double. Actually, the Poseidon started out pretty pricey, like $400, and they dropped them down. But $700, and as that like unveiling sort of gave you, they didn't just like take a small step to make it a little bit better. Holy fuck. Like glass topped aluminum box. The materials they're making this out of are like space age. They're using an aluminum alloy, and you see this, like it comes with, I'll unplug them here. It's a little bit tight on this connector that I installed on that, but all these are custom by them. And so it comes with this wire, and then it's got this like 4-pin XLR, and you're like, wait, is it made of plastic? What? No, it just weighs nothing. Here is the adapters it comes with. You've got a 4-pin XLR female to 4.4 Pentacon. You've got a 4-pin XLR female to 1/4 inch. How light is the aluminum alloy? Hold on. I did this demonstration in the unboxing. You shouldn't be able to do that. I might blow hard, but I don't blow that hard. These weigh nothing. Like, I'm just Porsche designed, not like, where's the material here? They're beautiful. The only problem, I'm gonna get this out of the way first, because it's kind of like hilarious. They give you a 3.5mm. So they give you a full 1/4 inch. And instead of making it a 1/4 inch, you can unscrew and use a 3.5 or a 1/4. They give you an adapter that gives you a 3.5 out of a 4.4 Pentacon balanced, giving you that monstrosity. Also made out of aluminum alloy. The whole headphone reeks of a Flagship $3,000 headphone. Reeks of it. It stinks. Because it's made out of the same aluminum alloy that weighs nothing. And then, for some reason, the headband is carbon fiber. Like, real carbon fiber. Like, fucking Meze Empyrean Elite carbon fiber. Like LCD5 carbon fiber. And when you pick them up, they're not light. And you're like, well, wait a second. If they're using the lightweight aluminum and they're using carbon fiber, what they're doing is they're offsetting the weight of the fucking magnets. The massive magnets that are in this. They're just like, oh, it's going to weigh too much. So you pick it up and it feels strange because there's no weight here. The actual cups make no weight. There's no weight here. The wire is beautiful. Did I mention how beautiful this is? You're feeling just the density of the magnets inside. And it's like, oh. So, quickly going into how they sound. I got 2 sets. I'm gonna break this down to you. I got 2 sets. This pre-production set, and I was like, look, I've been burned before. I want a production set. And I'm like, they're like, all right, you want to hold off on the review until you get the production set? Yes. And then I burned in the production set. Let me have some of this fancy wine. Hold on. That's got to be a faux pas. So I got the production set and the preset, and I made sure I used them both, and I made sure, goddamn sure, that they're the same quality, and I think the production set's actually better. Because there was a couple things they were tweaking on this, and I ended up swapping pads to the Xenon pads on these to give them like a little bit more width. Because I was like, I just want a little bit more width, more low end. So the Xenon pads are like sitting around, they're like, do it. And now I've got the production set after like 3 days in the burn-in rig. I'm sort of like rushing to get this for the June 8th. I think we agreed on the 8th. Because they're going to launch when I say so. Because I have to get, wow, my desk is super unstable. Do I have a better place to put? No, I really don't. I need a wine holder for my goddamn desk. Can we talk about the pads? Because if you remember anything about the Harmonicdyne Zeus, you get them because beautiful back, well, this is the Poseidon, but beautiful back, the wood inlays, actual wood, and then whether you're getting the Poseidons or the Zeus, you're getting these pads. Like, look at, this was a little bit like meh. So they went from like a plastic headband that was like, I don't feel like I like this, but it works. Like, no one ever complains their Zeus broke in half. But then you look at the pads, and then there's like fat jelly roll, 3-knuckle spinner round son of a bitch, and they're like, you never need to change pads. Same thing with the Poseidon. So what do is they bring out this whole new set of pads that are like what the hell did they call them? Hold on, I want to get this name right. They call them flannel or suede fabric. Take your pick. 480 grams total for the weight of this, no accessories included. 480 grams is not light. But it's such a light headphone. It's like the center of gravity is purely in the middle. The back, much more refined. And you look at this and you go, wait, there's no openings. Zeos, is this a closed back? I was astonished. I did it during the sound demo. If you check out the sound demo on the secondary channel, putting my hands over the back of these, like this, you could see that there's massive air gaps. This doesn't look like there's any air gaps. But whatever this pattern is has been finely tuned, because even putting your hand near it completely changes the sound. Let's put on these slightly green. They're slightly green suede, and they're so fucking soft. Is it a 3-knuckle spinner? It's actually more roomy than the Zeus. Go figure. Also comes with a secondary pair of pads, which are, I think they say lambskin, but they're probably not real lambskin. I don't know. It's hard to tell. That I've never seen a perforation that goes fully down and then encroaches to like the top 1/4 inch. There's another double set of perforations here. These make it a little bit more low-endy, a little bit tighter in there, but I mean, if you want comfort, pure, simple comfort, you never look past Harmonicdyne. So I'm going to put on Westworld Freeze-All Motor Functions. We're going to plug this back in, not the pre-production pair, which is fucking, like, I go watch the unboxing. Pasta, do the unboxing! The unboxing of these, I am fucking astonished. Because it's like, I had that experience. There was a piece of foam over the box, and I was like, what is this glass top? I can't see it. Lift it up, take the foam out, close it, lift it up again. So, the listening experience, because that's all we really care about. I think the adjustment, let's go real quick over the fucking build. 3.5 millimeter plugs. So, if for some reason you're high on crack and you're like, I don't want this beautiful wire. I want to use my own wire. Feel free. Go ahead and use whatever you want. In fact, you can use a hard audio cable if you'd like. Who is sponsored? Do I have a hard audio cable over here? I have one. I should have made this one a sponsored video, but I'm just going to mention they're having a sale. Go check out hard audio cable, link in the description. You get the wire. The adjustment is different because these had weird adjustments, and I've seen this like comfort strap before, and it's usually elastic, like you'll pull it down and it's just an elastic band. This will actually actively click and lock in place. The production one is much tighter. The pre-production one, I actually had to take some gray tack or white tack, prevent this from sliding up. They fixed it, so they fixed it. It's much tighter now, and it actually clicks in place. Which is hard to do, considering they're wrapping this around carbon fucking fiber. This, nice and soft, not like you feel up here, it's like there's definitely like a piece of cardboard in there, but everything about that is fucking stellar. Left and right indicators. The clamp is just enough. Like, you can feel you're bending carbon fiber. It's weird. Right there, that, I count that as a negative. When actually I got the pre-production set shipped, that white tack I'm using was actually stuffed in here to prevent the metal of the cup from hitting the metal of the yoke. So that does happen like that. You put it on, it doesn't happen anymore. I actually fixed it on the pre-production pair by taking this little tiny black strip of felt tape. I'll link it in the description. It's a little piece of felt tape. I took a scissor and I cut a little arch, and now, so I didn't have time to add that to the manufacturing process. So if that bothers you, if this bothers you, you can fix it. It's just a little piece of little something there, just a little bumper to go boom. I'm not going to complain. I just did, but don't fucking worry about it. So the listening experience, Zeos timestamps. You watching my timestamps? Always watch my video in like 1.25 speed so that I get the full watch time. I'm going to adjust it. It adjusts beautifully. It's comfortable. It's light. The wire has a split down long enough that it doesn't bother me. We're plugged currently into the Emotiva Bass X. We're going to hit on pause. It's going to come on. That's a speaker amp. Ooh. I feel like this sound is oppressive. If you've never heard freeze-all motor functions from the Westworld OST, when Westworld was good, you know, season 1. None of that season 2 confusion and season 3 just absolute bullshit. That's a low-calorie wine. Oh my God. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so I don't know what Harmonicdyne has decided to tune this like, because a lot of times you pick a headphone, you try to tune it, but it's like sound on, sound off. What do you mean sound on, sound off? Zeos, what are you describing? I don't know. It's like electrifying just sound waves that come into your head, because this is a custom, I don't think there's nothing about this that screams, oh, it's an OEM headphone they've rebranded. Nothing about this. Zero. I don't recognize this. I don't recognize this. I don't recognize the cup shape. Actually, I do recognize the cup shape. It's the same cup shape as they have on their normal headphones, only bigger. Fucking bigger. With bigger pads. And carbon fiber. And then you put it on, and this is the production one, which I like the default sound of with the default pads. I wasn't even considering putting the Xenons on it. We shuffle through. Shuffle through again. I'm being punched in the heart by basement jacks, all you crazies. Okay, oh my God, like, this is the worst song ever. You have to demonstrate this song for you because it's just terrible. I could actually feel the bass. Hold on. Holy shit. So, there's just this like vibration of air, which is literally my whole fucking job is to tell you about how all this stuff vibrates air and then makes you feel good. And these vibrate air and make you feel good better than a lot of its predecessors and a lot of its competition. Because it's not like, if they would have come to me and said, these are a $1,300 planar, I would have taken that box out, I would have looked at these accessories, felt this bag, got this card that has the specific G200 serial number of 038, and I would have been like, okay, yeah, this is a $1,300 headphone. Absolutely. Look at this. Look at this fucking cleaning rag to keep the glass clean. You got 2 sets of pads. 100% $1,300. So the fact that there's $700 sort of throws me off, because now I'm like looking around my wall like, well, what are we competing with here? What, Mr. Speakers was Aeons? No, you're not going to buy Aeons. You're going to buy these. Aeons don't have carbon fiber on them. These things are stupid. For $700, it's like, oh. Other than that, which just sounds like robots clapping now that I'm thinking about it. Ass cheeks, robot ass cheeks clapping. As soon as you put them on, that doesn't happen. I mean, if you had like a slightly different head, maybe it would work. But like, there's like that whine in this song, and all you crazies, and it's just like, that should be annoying, but I love the way it sounds. And that bass kick is just fucking constant, but I love the way it sounds. Should I drink more wine? All right, I'm going to just chug this wine, and we're going to finish this review, and then, because it's got to come out a couple days from now, and I want to give it to patrons. By the way, please join the Patreon. For $5 a month, you get to see these reviews early. Participate in yard sales. Listen to loss of sound demos. And then for $10 a month, get into the private behind the scenes Telegram chat. Where you can ask me questions and get into a swap meet. It's weird the way it places sound too, because it doesn't put it. Did you see my head just like twist, like I'm gonna break my own fucking neck? Megalobox, get up. It's completely different sound. Like, sound usually from a headphone, usually comes from a spot. And it's like, these are wide headphones, they always comes from wide. Always comes from wide. Or they're narrow headphones, it always comes from narrow. Always comes from narrow. And somehow these G200, which by the way, can we think of a new name? Kind of like I renamed the ones the Ricardos, because we had Poseidon, we had Zeus, we Harmonicdyne, Poseidon, Harmonicdyne, Zeus, Harmonicdyne, the Katarinas. I don't know. Give me what's your name? Whatever her name is, maybe. The Harmonicdyne lilies. These are the lilies, like for Tiger Lily. Whatever you want to call them. The lilies. I kind of like that. Make sound come. It's like it changes. It's an internal configuration. Like, oh, this is a wide song. Hold on. Okay, there you go. And like, well, now I put on a narrow song. Oh, I can adjust for that. Boom. And then it feels mechanical in nature and how it adjusts. Because I just went from one song that was a very, very dull, closed song to Megalobox's Get Up. And it's just like, boom. By the way, turn all this shit up to 11. And you put it on and you hit play. And I'm just in this giant space where this is just going down. And the piano is like the most dense piano tone. Like someone just smashed a key with like a fucking hammer. Right, not to the side, but like above my head and just pushing down. I love these fucking headphones. How is it doing that? All right, there's some weird shit. Maybe it's the wine, but Beastie Boys, Slow and Low, which is actually one of my sound demo things, which you can check on the other channel. It doesn't sound like it's coming from the right. Sounds like it's coming from above me and then down. Does that make any sense? Am I having a stroke? Is that what happens when you have a stroke? Like sound is attacking me and cascading over my body. It's not even a wide song. This is a very narrow song, but it's like here, 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 here. God, they're delicate. Hugh Laurie, which if you don't know, Hugh Laurie, the House is a singer. Let Them Talk is a great album. It's so fun. I want to talk about detail. I want to talk about some really hella lame fucking audiophile shit. The detail retrieval on these is spectacular. Like, it's just like if you play something hard and heavy, it comes to the table and fucks you up. You play something light and airy, it comes to the table, leans you back, puts a fucking hot towel on your face, and massages your shoulders. There's just like... I want to change nothing about these headphones. That's so fucking rare. Other than the little clack, the clackers, the Harmonicdyne clacks. I want to change nothing about them. The comfort, the build, the presentation, the wire, the sound out of stock pads. Like there's nothing these can't do, and they're just officially just show up as one of my favorite headphones. Like I've got the Meze Lyrics. I've got a lot of the new, probably the Anandas with different pads, with Tacony pads. Thank you, Tacony, for sending me to Can Gym Chicago. We'll be making videos on that. These Hemps, these HD8XX with the Tacony pads again, or these. I just keep looking, and it's like every other headphone I love. Zeus. I fucking love Zeus. I love you, Zeus. Your big brother came out, and he's just shitting on all the competition. And it's literally a price thing. It's price to performance. I'm a slut for price to performance. If these were $1,500, I'd give them the same review, but I'd be like, well, they're $1,500, so the competition there is much stricter. This is dumb. This does things that I'm not prepared to bullshit you about, and I'm doing it off a speaker amp. We'll swap. Hold on. Oh, Hugh Laurie, just keep making music. This might be an issue. I think this is slightly tighter than most other things also, since they're custom making them. So it's tough on this, but not on any of the amps I plugged it into. Any of the amps I just sort of plug in. Oh, Jesus God. So now I went from what is basically a speaker amp, which I built this beautiful adapter. By the way, video of me making this adapter on the second channel. Zeos. Slut. I call myself in the slut in the future. It's a whole thing. It's the kink I have. I future shame myself from the past. I built this adapter that plugs into the back in like an hour-long video on the second channel. But now I went from the Emotiva being DAC'd by the Aoun Xenon SGT off the XC1 reclocker to the Musician Andromeda being DAC'd off of the Ares 2 R2R. And I don't usually, like, I don't play the game of like, oh, you have a better source to have a better signal or better this, better all the, oh, $10,000 DACs. This might be the first headphone that makes me give a shit. Because the flavor is... The flavor on this setup that I was just using is phenomenal. In fact, we'll even go one step further. This is dumb, by the way. Don't do this, because this is just gonna... She's just asking to torque the fuck out of your 3.5 millimeter. So don't use that. Don't use that. But we're gonna plug this into here too, and we're gonna go down there, because that... There's just a, like, I can actually taste the difference. It's like having pasta with tomato sauce or pesto. There's not like a little bit of a change. Like it's still pasta, but it's like one's green and it's like that has garlic in it, and the other one is like, oh, this has onion in it. Like, it's a completely different flavor. But here's the best part: neither one tastes bad. This has slightly more like bass extension, and this one has a little more detail, and like the width is more. And then we're gonna put back on Hugh Laurie. I'm going to swap this out, beautiful unplugging there, into its own little thing. And we'll turn this up. And this is a little bit flatter presentation, but like the forward vocals, what am I mode, man? Hold on. All right, now I'm in the headphone mode. These are terrible headphones, for me. See, here's the problem with Zeos. When he reviews headphones, he loves to love headphones. Yeah, great, whatever. But then... in order for me to like use them in a review, when I pull this out again, like the lyrics are terrible headphones for Z reviews. They're terrible. The Zeus are terrible headphones for Z reviews. The Meze Imperial Elites, terrible headphones for Z reviews. Because if I'm here to assess amps and DACs, which I do quite a lot on this channel, it's nice if the headphone fails on something and then sounds so much better on something else. Then I can, you know, assess an amp. But these, everything I plugged them into, in the unboxing, I was so excited after unboxing them. I used the fucking murder adapter and plugged it into my fucking phone. I whipped out my goddamn Sony Xperia and I was like, that. And then I'm not doing it now. I promised myself I wouldn't do it now. Plugged that into that, and I was shocked with that. So... they're a terrible headphone, because if you spent $20,000 on source equipment, you're going to get these and be like, well, I'm sure they sound the best on my setup. They sound the best on everything. These sound fucking amazing on everything. And if you're looking for a track record, Harmonicdyne's is flawless. Period. So, of course, the G200s are friggin' amazing. I'm going to end this review here, because I'm excited and I could keep talking, but... watch time is a thing, and if I made you go this far, thank you very much. Check out the link in the description. Thank you to Linsol for trusting me enough to send me their like pre-production set. If you want to know how the Xenon pads fare, I got to try them on the new one. I haven't tried them on the new one, but the Xenon pads here on the old it slides on the pre-production set a little different. I'm just gonna unpause Hugh Laurie again. 50% more soundstage. 50% more soundstage, and these, it's not like these sounded bad. No way, bro, Jose. Missing the clack. But, I don't know what I would like to live with. These need to be at audio shows. When I go to Can Jam, if I have to bring a headphone to Can Jam, it might be these. I'll be in my hotel room. I probably won't bring the glass case because this is free. This automatically, if it doesn't make you want to fucking buy it, with the etched Harmonicdyne logo in it, and like it needs a handle. It doesn't have a handle. It needs a handle to carry it. But I'm sold. Oh, I broke it. I'm sold. So thank you for stopping by. If I want to end this before because I can just keep going. We talk about how these pads. I got to try these pads now again on these versus on that, where it's just a little bit more, but maybe it's gonna be even better. It's great. They're fucking great. There's not the build. It's all great. Find a flaw in these headphones. I fucking dare you. See you at Can Jam Chicago. Wallpaper available in the Horde link in the description, or if you want to copy that code. Patreon, subscribe star. I already described what those do. If you want to see these reviews early, etc., 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 etc. Sound demo down there. Check out Hi-Fi Guides in the Hi-Fi Guides forums. They're finally back up and running. We had a problem with our emails weren't being sent for months. And yeah, I'm good. And thank you to my sponsors over the last few weeks. I'm going to try to get sponsors for every video. If you'd like to sponsor this channel, get in touch with me. If you can't figure that out, you're probably not good enough to get in touch with me to do it. So, I mean, fuck it. I want to get sponsored by food companies because that means I have no bias. Like hard audio cables, at least you've seen me use them for years, so you know I'm into them. Like triangle speakers, how many good reviews have I given them? So yeah, I'll give them a pass. But I would like to be sponsored by companies that sell coffee. Like I don't drink a lot of coffee, but when I do, I want to be high out of my mind on coffee. Anime figures. If you fuck, I'll do gutter companies. Bring it on. Anyway, I'm Zeospantera. I've been Zeos Reviews. It's actually Zeos Reviews what the channel's named. I didn't want it to be that, but that's what YouTube let me be. And I'll see you all in 2 days for another review. Cool? Cool? Cool.